All right, so I didn't know YouTube decided to upload the last video of the shop walk around as a short. So that cut the video extremely short. So what I'm going to do real quick is we're going to go ahead and walk around one more time and give you guys a detailed list of what's going on here. I'm going to re-upload the video. I'm going to leave that video on because videos are videos. So you'll get this released tomorrow. It is going to be extremely cold Saturday, the 27th or 24th of January, and we're supposed to get hit with a crazy snowstorm on Sunday and Monday. So you guys be safe out there and make sure you guys stay bundled up. But quickly, so on the last video, I explained on the 64 Merc, the exhaust is 100% done. On the header side, everything's welded or tacked up on the rest of the exhaust. We're going to do a trans tunnel, so on and so forth, right? So Brian's Supra, it received a bunch of link goodies, brand new wiring harness, CAN keypad, so he's got the option for map 1, 2, and 3, anti-lag on there as well. It's flex fuel, it's got GTR coil packs, laid down a solid 1,004, I do believe. So it made some really good numbers. Interior's all buttoned back up, so this thing's ready to go back home. We're just waiting for some good weather to get some of these vehicles back. Like Dan's Supra, it needs, he likes to drive it. He's a wild man, so he would probably drive it home. Obviously the S15's back behind me. I've kind of just forgotten about that, right? I got to turn some lights on real quick because we are locked up for the day to go home on Friday, but we're going to do a quick little, not so much quick, but another explanation on what's actually going on around here. So this is the comp car for Brian. We're doing Pro-Am this year for him. So this is one of my sponsored drivers. I'm sponsoring him and Tom Snyder. Tom does the LS3 BRZ YSAB car. But this car is, it's got a cage kit on it. So the cage is about, I'd say about 75% completed. Everything's in, some gnarly bars, right? But it's getting a single turbo kit. It's going to be built in-house, and it's going to be pretty sweet. The idea behind this is going to be 0 issues this year, right? So everything is going to be 100% serviceable. We're doing a comp oilless air-cooled turbo. So curious on how that's going to work this year. This will be my first time using a comp oilless air-cooled turbo, yet alone comp turbo in general. But for this idea in my head for Brian, it should work out fantastic. We have the intercooler mounted. Mounts made, so these are all handmade. Intercooler is a Treadstone twin turbo with 2.5 inlets, or 2.5s and 3. So, but it should be pretty cool. So it's gonna be a 3-inch intakes. It's got GTR 1000 cc's 1050X and ID injectors. It's getting a Z1 billet top hat and a surge tank from Radium, which is right here. It's all built out, fuel pumps in it. So again, we're shooting for 0 issues for drivability and reliability, right? That's always the end goal. Brian's a killer driver, so is Tom. I'm really excited to see how this season works out for both of them. I'm going to be spotting for Tom and spotting for Brian, also somewhat of a mechanic while we're at the track, but we are having a full-blown team, so it's going to be pretty sweet. 300ZX behind me, pulled the engine again. Never fun on these things, right? So these have a upgraded Z1 Garrett turbo kit on it. Customer purchased a lot of these parts prior, and on the 2.5-inch intake options instead of the factory ones, you have to change out the motor mounts. Something I didn't know, I learned from it. So we got intakes for it and motor mounts. Motor mounts are here, but the intakes should be arriving next week. Dan's Supra, you obviously seen, it got a fully built racelab spec engine, high compression, not factory cams, still has HKS cams, still on link, GTR coil packs. It laid it down 750, 780, but we're maxed out on the turbo and fuel system. Fuel system on the triple pumps are perfectly fine, but the injector side of things are maxed out. So it needs to go to like 1700 cc's and a bigger turbo. When we do that, I believe we will do a custom hot side, make everything all fancy, you know how it goes, right? But we do have two duos here. So we have two father-son combos. It's pretty sweet. I enjoy working on these cars and seeing that the family, I guess you could say, tradition, that, you know, you guys grow up as a watching your father or watching a family member get involved in cars, and you kind of mold your younger guys or younger siblings or whoever it is around you into hopefully what your interests are. So if that makes sense. But so we have Rob's C7 here. On the last video I did touch base in it, but it got cut out. And then we have Rob's son's, Nick's, LS2 Corvette. As you've seen, that cracked off 800 horsepower on a stock LS2. All it has is ARP head bolts, A&A blower, twin pump setup, and some LS9 head gaskets. I think 15 pounds of boost. So that thing is pretty much ready to go. All we're adding right now, sometime next week, the vent pod for the gauge will show up, and then we're installing a boost gauge just for him. So that's Nick's car. It's gonna be a pretty killer setup. I think we're actually gonna be doing a Z06 style body kit on it too, maybe in the springtime sooner than later. But Rob's car is the C7 Z06. I didn't touch base on it too much. It's kind of been in the corner right here. We've been waiting on the engine, so we opted out. We were doing a fully built Thompson Motorsport short block, same cam that we did last time. It's gonna have the Kong, but we are doing port injection. So this thing's got a combo to make some serious power, and we're excited to actually be part of it. It did have an engine issue on the dyno when we were done with it. Something that it just happened, and it's very odd that it happened, but I didn't touch base too much on it. We had a lot of things going on in the background, but we did get everything taken care of, and he's got a pretty badass build going on. I'm excited to see what that thing actually puts down with the Kong export and a port injection, so he can run full E85. So father-son combo 1. And then we have Barry's 64 Impala, right? This thing has been one of the wildest builds that we've done, right? So he bought the car originally from Mecum. It was a factory 4-speed car, 409 big block. Now don't get your panties in the bunch too much, right? I know it's a very iconic car. Everybody's dream car, or this is the car that when you want an Impala, you want this car. So red interior, 4-speed, 409 big block, dual carbs, you name it, right? Had factory AC, beautiful car. But the 409 wasn't doing it for him. So we put a LS3 in it. So show you real quick. And my apologies if it's dark. I don't want to turn this other light on right now. But so it's got a 535 GM Performance LS3. And to stop right there real quick, if you guys need any parts, you know I'm the guy. I can source anything and everything. I always try to cut deals as much as I can. So this was the last one in the United States. The Hellcat swapped 15 Charger, same ordeal. I got him a factory Mopar crate engine. So you name it, I can do it. I can get it done for you. I'm your guy. I'll save you as much as I can. We love to see bad builds coming out here. Some sweet rides. I think we are probably the #1 performance shop in Northeast Ohio. You know, it doesn't matter. We're the guys that get it done. We do it right the first time. Things take a little bit of time. But back on the 64 Impala, right? So it's got a TKO or TKX 5-speed Tremec. It's got, the only thing that we're going to be switching right now, I think, so we're switching over to hydraulic brake setup, right? Hydro Boost. With that being said, we have some dress-up style valve covers on it. They'll cover up the coil packs. It looks pretty sweet. This is also getting a custom exhaust. with some boom tubes. So that's gonna be pretty sweet. I'm excited for that. But we might be swapping over these brackets, these billet brackets, to a CVF accessory kit. I think we need to push this out a little bit farther so we can get the valve cover on the driver's side to fit and not hit the alternator, and it blacks out everything. So the overall sleek of the look of the vehicle is going to be pretty sleek. But it's got vintage air, it's got Ride Tech suspension all the way around, it's got wheel woods all the way around, everything's done in-house. The car got completely rewired from headlights to taillights. We opted out to do Haltech drive-by-wire. I personally like Haltech over Holley, but it does have a Dakota digital dash, which also integrates via CAN bus, and it communicates with the ECU. So it's very high technology. The only thing that you don't get with the Haltech is a little screen that Holley gives you. In my opinion, you really don't need it when you have a good setup. So he's going to be able to see every single sensors on there via the Dakota dash. So, and then you have his son's Fox body. He's got a Kenny Bell on it. We're doing injectors and a Holley setup, Holley Terminator. So it'll be pretty sweet. I think that's pretty much it for right now. So, I mean, like, we have a little bit of minor projects here and there, but I think that's it for right now. We got a couple cars to get done next week, so I hope you guys enjoy it, and see you next time.